With all that down, guys, let's start off with this, shall we? A little while ago, a report came out that would have been really smart. It was a report that came out that said that Marvel was looking at recasting Black Panther and actually bringing back T'Challa. Not Black Panther's son, no, but actually bringing back T'Challa and recasting it. Now, when we talked about it, this is why I get a lot of people asking, John, how come some stories you like go overboard on reminding everybody that this isn't verified? Well, here's why. We did at the time mention to everybody that the story had not yet been verified, that the story was not confirmed by Marvel. And now Marvel Studios executive Nate Moore is saying that there was no truth to it. Well, sort of. Anyway, this comes to us from Deadline, who said the following. Marvel Studios executive Nate Moore denies the rumors that Black Panther 3 will recast T'Challa in the live-action role that Chadwick Boseman originated. Sort of, because it goes on to say this. In a new interview, the Black Panther producer said that the superhero role was not being recast following the rumors on social media. The truth is, Nate Moore said, there's no truth to those rumors. Never say never to anything, and we haven't really had a lot of creative conversations with Ryan Coogler yet because he's finishing his film Sinners, which comes out this year, more told comicbook.com. We'll get into it later this year, but everything you've read online is not true. If for no other reason, then we just haven't started working on it. All right. So this reminds me a little bit, and I'm not saying it's the exact same scenario. I'm just saying it reminds me of this a bit. A couple of months ago, there was a story that came out that a certain movie was being rushed to VOD and had a VOD release date. So we talked about it on the show. That studio then contacted me to say, hey, we haven't confirmed that. We haven't said that that's happening. Can you do a retraction? And I said to them, are you telling me that movie is not coming out on VOD that day? And they said, well, no, we're not saying that. And I said, well, I'm not doing a retraction. If you tell me you're not releasing it on that day, we'll do a retraction. Guess what? Movie came out on VOD that day. So, and this is a little bit of Nate Moore. It's saying it without saying it, right? He's saying, oh, there's no truth to that report. Oh, so you're saying you're not recasting Black Panther? Well, no, we're not saying that. We're saying we haven't even started having our conversations about it. And that, I believe, especially with Ryan Coogler working so hard on Sinners, which looks amazing, by the way. It looks great. But that would mean that the initial report that came out wasn't true. And then remember, all those other outlets ran those subsequent reports saying, oh, we know who they already offered the role to. Remember that? Like all those stories started going around. It's like, I don't believe those, so we didn't even run them. But like a bunch of other people started claiming, we know there's these 3 people that they already offered the role to, which turned into the 6 people that Marvel have already offered the role to. And so has already turned it down. Yeah, apparently none of those were true either. Look, I still think after the years have passed, it was still a mistake, a well-intentioned mistake, but a mistake nonetheless, for Marvel not to recast T'Challa. T'Challa is just too important of a character. And I still think there is a very valid chance that they walk it back and they do indeed recast T'Challa. But they haven't even started working on this movie yet. So that would make sense. Hey guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. All right, guys, the biggest football game of the year is almost here. And if you're like me, you're looking for a way to make it even more exciting. And that's why I use PrizePicks, the best place to get daily fantasy action. With over 10 million members, it's the easiest and most fun way to play. Here's how it works. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players' projections, and then boom, you're in. You think Patrick Mahomes will go for more than 250 passing yards? What about Travis Kelce rushing for more than 1.5 touchdowns? Pick your lineup in under 60 seconds and you could win up to 1,000 times your money. Ann and I have both been playing PrizePicks all season. Let me tell you, it has been a lot of fun. This week, I'm rolling with Saquon Barkley rushing for more than 100 yards and at least 1 touchdown. The best part, even if one of my picks isn't perfect, PrizePicks Flex Play still lets me win. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. So download the app today and use the code Campea to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. Run your game. I mean, all we know for sure, Chris, is that Denzel Washington's going to be part of it.
Yeah.
Because he confirmed that. So we know that.
And then apologized for confirming it.
And then apologized for confirming it. My bad.
Whoops.
So I don't know. What do you think about what Nate said? Do you think he's covering his bases a little bit by saying, well, hey, listen, it's not true yet. We haven't started talking about it yet. Do you think there's still a possibility they could recast, or do you think they've truly moved on from that now?
I think they're still going to recast. I think this is just kind of a due diligence PR statement of, whoa. We haven't fully come out and said any of these things officially, but we're probably going to do it. This just has always felt like a where there's smoke, there's fire kind of situation, right? And after so many years, I feel like you do have to bring T'Challa back into the mix here because that character is just so important. He's so important to this film or this film series and everything. I think you need to have him back in here. You know, listening to E-Man's reviews and everything has made such a great case for why we need T'Challa and why he needs to be in this franchise.
And specifically, we're talking about T'Challa, not T'Challa Jr.
Yes,
they're two different characters.
Yeah. I don't need mini T'Challa. I don't need T'Challa who's aged up a la Lion-O from Thundercats. I don't need any of that. I want that character back in here. And I was one of the people, too, who at the time totally understood why they did this and thought it was a very respectful thing to move on from Boseman and not have that character in there. But now I've really come around to this character needs to be back in the mix. And I think Disney would be pretty foolish to not fully bring this character back.
This is something that Marvel wouldn't keep under wraps, right? Until like the first trailer drops, because they would have to do like the media interviews and stuff.
It would be impossible. Like if they actually did get around to recasting the character, there's no way they'd be able to keep that under wraps, like all the way until the first trailer came out. Like they just wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, in today's world where every single person walks around with a global telecommunications device, it would be next to impossible for them to do it. Because remember, we're not talking about a cameo. We're not talking about, which they can do. They can keep those secret, but something as big as the recasting of T'Challa, if it's going to happen, we'll find out. Question is for you guys. What do you think about this? Nate Moore, producer on Black Panther, is saying, oh, wait, no, we haven't decided we're going to recast Black Panther. We haven't decided we're not. But what do you think ultimately is going to happen here? Do you think they will eventually recast the character, or do you think, they've already moved on from it, a la Black Panther 2? They're just going to continue on that. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.